Welcome to Computer Programming Essentials. My name is Mrs. Wyman and I will be your teacher this semester. First, some introductions. I want to let you know what my expectations are as well as some guidelines to follow to make sure that we're all on the same page and that we can have a successful class together. Here's some things I want you to know. My name is Mrs. Wyman. The best way to reach me outside of class is either in my office in VPC 100 or via email at cwyman@xcp.org. I don't check the Canvas messaging as frequently as I check my email, so email really is the best way to reach me. If you're intimidated about learning how to code, you're not alone. Many people are intimidated when they first learn how to code. When I first learned how to code, I put it off as long as I possibly could. I was a senior in college and had to take a required programming class, and even though I had dabbled in computing before, I took a class in high school and had been working on a computer in my dad's office from a young age. But I was intimidated, so I put it off as long as I could and wound up enjoying it so much that I changed my major and stayed in college a while longer. But my point is, you've all passed the entrance exam. You can master this material. You can absolutely do this, and you certainly are capable. So have a little faith, trust me, and let's learn together. My expectation about fire drills is that when a fire drill happens, we will walk quietly together and assemble at the convent, and then we will walk quietly back. I am a big proponent of fire drills and that we do it appropriately, and it's important to me. I just wanted you to know that. I understand if you have to use the restroom, but please try to go before class. Everyone will get 5 free passes to the restroom. I have little slips that I'll give to each of you that you write your name on it and the date and the time and give it to me, and that's how I can keep track. I am responsible for you. If we have a fire drill while you're in the restroom, I need to know where you are, and I'm responsible for you, so it's important that we keep track in this way. If you have to go to the restroom more frequently than 5 times, you'll still get to go because you gotta go, but it will cost you in participation points because you can't be participating if you're in the restroom. If you do have to use a restroom, the only one that you are allowed to use while you're in my class is the one that's in the breezeway near VPC 100. If that one is closed for any reason, please come back and let me know and tell me where you're going. Just because you like the restroom better in Fitz or in the pack, I'm sorry, but that's not acceptable while you're in my class. If you find you need to make a trip to the nurse's office, please come back and get a nurse's pass before just going off. Again, I am responsible for you and I need to know where you are. If you're gone longer than 4 minutes, I will send someone to look for you, so you can expect that. And if you're sick, you should go to the nurse's office, not just hang out in the restroom. If you have any question about the restroom policies, or if you have a condition that you're going to need more passes or something else that I should know, please speak to me privately, and we can work something out. I expect that you will have your phone off and stowed all the time during class unless I've given you express permission to use it. That includes when you first enter the class. Your phone should be off and stowed. You should not be checking your phone at the start of class. If your phone is out, it does present a distraction to others. You might be able to ignore the alerts that are popping up on your screen, but they might pull the person who's sitting next to you off task, even just for a second. So your phones will stay off and stowed. I encourage you to bring your own computer to class on a daily basis. We do have a few computers in lab that you can use, but for the most part, I hope that you will use your own computer. That way you can take it home and work on programs, and you aren't tied to just being in lab. You will need a notebook with 8.5 by 11-inch paper in which to take notes. You need to have that with you every day when you come to class. It's part of preparedness. I don't care if it's spiral bound, I don't care if it's a 3-ring binder, I don't care if it's a folder that has loose leaf paper stuck in it, but you need to have paper and something to write with. I was shocked last semester at the number of students who did not have paper with them on a daily basis, as well as something to write with. You can expect to take notes in this class, and not always on computer. Studies show that students learn better when they're taking notes by hand rather than when they're typing them up. So you will be expected to handwrite notes in this class. Please bring earbuds to class daily. We won't use them every day, but if you have them on hand, it will make it a lot easier for the days when we do use them. There's sometimes when you'll be watching a video or going through an online tutorial or working with sound in some way, and earbuds just make that a lot easier. So please plan on bringing some earbuds with you. For success in this class, plan to spend 15 minutes every school night, regardless of whether or not homework is assigned. If no homework is assigned, you should spend it reviewing your notes from that day, reading the textbook, watching one of the lecture videos, just going over the material, 15 uninterrupted minutes. It's not very long. You can even set an egg timer or whatever helps you stay focused for that time. If you spend 15 minutes a night, you will learn this material. It's like learning the piano, and you do it a lot better. Learning an instrument, for those of you who've played instruments, you do a lot better when you have regular, consistent exposure to the material, rather than if you try to cram and just do it at the last minute. I don't play a musical instrument. I used to run marathons, and I can tell you that I couldn't train by cramming. I had to run every day if I was going to be able to run a marathon, rather than to wait and pack all the training into one day a week. At home, listen to the lecture, follow along with the slides, read the book. The book is required. We will use the textbook, and so I expect that each of you will acquire the textbook. This course is available for dual enrollment with Rio Salato. It is CIS 163AA, Java Programming. If you plan on earning your associate's degree at the same time that you earn your high school diploma, this is a required course. So there is no other opportunity at Xavier to earn this specific credit. So if you don't take this course for dual enrollment, you decide later that you want to earn your associate's degree, you will have to take it through Rio Salato online or find it at some community college. There is a link posted for the dual enrollment program through Rio Salato that you can visit. The required supplies for this course are Java Programming 7th edition by Joyce Farrell, and the ISBN is listed there. You can buy it online through Amazon, or you can buy it through the Xavier bookstore. You'll also need NetBeans 8.1. It's a free download. It is the development environment that we will be using to write our Java programs. I provided a link there for you to download, and I encourage you to use that specific link to download NetBeans, because there are actually two pieces that you're getting, and one is the JDK, it's the Java Development Kit, and the other is the IDE, the Integrated Development Environment. If you use that link that I provided, you will get both of those pieces and everything will run fine. If you don't use that link I provided, if you instead Google it, you might just get one or the other piece and not both of them together, and then you'll have problems. So please use the link I provided. You'll need a computer. You can use one of the computers in lab, or you can bring your own with you. You will need a notebook with paper and a writing implement, either pen or pencil, I don't care. You will also need 3x5 flashcards. I will be assigning vocabulary. I believe that one of the essential pieces to learning something new is to learn the vocabulary, and studies show that you learn vocabulary a lot better when you write it down rather than using a Quizlet or something electronic. So I will encourage you to create flashcards. In fact, they will be assigned at certain points in the class. Your first programming task, watch this YouTube video that I've linked here, and you will be going through code.org course 1. I will be setting you up on my end, and we'll be using your student email as your login, so you can actually just wait on this until we go through it in class. Code.org was created by Hadi Partovi, who was a tech entrepreneur. He made buckets of money and retired at a very young age. And if I remember the story correctly, he was sitting around at the time that Steve Jobs passed away, and he realized that he needed to do something worthwhile if he was going to be fulfilled. So even though he'd made enough money, he didn't need to work anymore, he realized he needed something to help others. And he decided that something that was really needed was to teach more people how to code. We have a problem that we have all these jobs that require coding experience, and few people know how to code. So he created code.org and an event called Hour of Code. It's grown in leaps and bounds. It's just been a tremendous success. The resources he's brought together are tremendous. I'm a huge fan of his work, huge proponent of what he's done, and we're going to use some of that to get us started in our first programming task. I look forward to working with you. Thank you for taking time to listen to this lecture and to read the PowerPoint slides, and it's going to be a great semester. Thanks for joining me.